There was a calling on my life, and I responded to the call. I obeyed the call. I listened. And the reason why 70 feels so solid and feels so good is because I didn't have to harm anybody in the process. And the thing that still delights and brings me the greatest level of satisfaction is having a conversation, and in the middle of the conversation, someone discovers something or hears something and says or thinks, oh, I never thought of it that way. It's gonna be my greatest legacy. And she said, you have no idea what your legacy is gonna be. I said, oh no, I think this school is really gonna be, these girls. And she said, I said, you have no idea what your legacy is gonna be, because your legacy is never one thing. Your legacy is every life you've touched. Every life you've touched. And then she went on to say, it's everybody who ever watched a show and decided because of that show and something you said, I'm gonna go back to school. I'm gonna stop hitting my child. I'm gonna get a better bra. I'm gonna work out more. I'm gonna go check my blood pressure. I'm gonna check on my father, who I haven't talked to for years. I'm gonna forgive my brother. It's every life you've touched that opened up the aperture of hope, of possibility, of yearning, of consciousness, just even a little bit. That's a life that I touched. And you just can't get any better than that. When I wake up in the morning, it's the first thing I think. I train myself to say thank you first. Before you start with thank you, you go to thank you first. You start your day with thank you, and I end my day with thank you. And that is my spiritual practice. That is my deepest, greatest spiritual practice. And training myself to do that, and if you train yourself to do that, you walk through life feeling the abundance instead of the scarcity. And I get to think about this every day. Emotionally, spiritually, dynamically, just what happened on that dirt road in Mississippi versus where my life is now feels like an impossibility. And being able to stand solidly, maturity of my own spiritual growth has been the thing that has brought me to this point. My life, in all the ways, it was a miracle that I got the role. It was just a miracle because it's as big a miracle as my whole life has been. I just was like praying every night. And I believe life is better when you share it, whether that's a candy bar when I was a kid or whether it's sharing books or whatever.
Would you like to work for me? Be my maid? Hell no.
And I thought, I don't want to just have a job. I don't just want to be going to work every day. I want to feel like this. I want to feel energized. I want to feel stimulated. I want to feel like I want to get up in the morning because I went to set even when I didn't have to work. Just that being around all of that creative energy. So I didn't even know there was such a thing. And then I was like, this is yours? Like, you own it? What does that mean?